35.
Oh, this is a series that you have to like qualify outside of. Waiting on this car to grid. Come on, one more. One more, come on. What?
Rolling start, get ready. Follow car number 20. Race car speed is 49 miles per hour.
May also be a group of guys deciding to start from the pits.
Jump to car number 20.
Maybe how we gain the spot. Gonna warm up these brakes. Get the core temp in the tires a little bit higher than 135, which I managed to do on the rears, but not the front. First ever race at the Nürburgring, and we're green way back here. Now we actually come across to the take the line, green flag. Probably be a wreck. Probably include me, because I won't know where to go. Only 3 laps. As this track is 14 miles, 22 kilometers long, almost right behind. I got curious last week. Haven't bought this track until last week IRL. And I did some practice with this car and I'm like, ooh, this track's actually really fun. Are off up here? But yeah, I've actually been liking this track. It's notoriously difficult and it still is for me. But honestly, that's kind of what I like about it. It's challenging yet rewarding. Get it through. As there's smoke up here. Big wreck, he's off on my outside. Many cars off in front. As we're up to P20, starting from P25, so not a bad start, as we're only a quarter way through the first lap. Yes, I know I have the racing line on. Call me a pleb. You know, anybody doing sports car racing knows how notoriously difficult this track is. But having the racing line on for the first couple of races at this track is probably not a bad idea. Now, I'm not bad through this first half of the track. It's a little town section. I don't know what this corner name is, but from that point onwards, I'll mention it when we get there. That's where I struggle at this track. Yeah, this point onwards from the lap is where I still struggle. I guess I have about the first half generally down. That's like a big air quotes generally. And as I've heard many people say, this second half is the hardest part. So, kind of just aiming to survive. The tires are still technically cold. As the pressure's not enough for this half of the track, but it's fine for the first half. The tires. Need to stay close to Yarov here. Close enough. Hopefully when we get to the straight, I have a bit of draft to use, but looks like it's not going to be for long. Wrecking behind, so we're good. He just backed out on the track. What the? Your Chief, I think that was the least of my concerns, that off track, man. Going on to the actually kind of a bit of a straight here with the car making a mistake. We gained that spot. Stein car is off. Downshift into third, a little bit early, but we try to keep this car. I have too many C open. Try to keep this car rolling. Running a little bit wide as the car starts to understeer. We managed to keep it on track. That white car in front went off track a little bit, so we gained a little bit of time. Should have upshifted there, but keeping it third. And now, this part, which I would love to drive IRL, the drop. We take all these cars take air. We all make it through that previous bit. Sorry I'm not commentating so much, but it's just so chaotic. As the Bilstein car hits the wall, we clear them. And now we don't have any draft to work with up ahead. I'm sorry for lack of commentating, but anybody knows this track does take a mental toll, as it is very difficult, but now we get a little bit of a break, and I believe this is like a 5-mile, I don't really exactly know, there's a 20-kilometer board, but now with a really long straight, which resets your tires, allows you to mentally reset, so if you're those guys up front fighting. Gives us a mental reset going into the last couple of chicanes. And keep your foot pinned. You see a huge braking zone coming up. Drop it in the 5th, let off a little bit, then we go back down through the gears. Roll it in 3rd, drop it to 2nd, the final corner. And that's the lap of the Nürburgring. It's already 2 to go. But that 2 to go is a very long 2 to go here at this track, as I said before. Going back into the thick of it. the curve just a little bit there. You hit that curve right, the car helps it turn. So with this, as we get a little bit of the snap of oversteer in the rear, this is fixed setup racing, so I am stuck with this setup. The only thing I could change is the tire compound, but the other compound is the wets. I'll back up the hill through 5th gear. Try to see if those cars in front make a mistake. Just trying to hang on. I believe if I passed all the cars in view, it put me up to, I think, somewhere around P13. It's touching the grass. What? What? I'm gonna get that spot back. That's not mine. What the? Holy had a massive moment from the uphill. But we keep it rolling. Tires are certainly cooked. Ease off. I had my own separate incident, but me and the McQueen car both did the same thing. I just managed to hit the brakes enough. Oh, well, our race keeps going with only one other off track. My tires are definitely hot. I'm ready for a snap of oversteer. I haven't really felt anything yet, though. Now we're trying to work our way back around this Monster Energy car. Made a mistake on the previous lap, which allowed me to get around. So we're kind of just hoping on the same. Yes, as he does run a little bit wide. That is the plan, crew chief. As we run a little too deep. He almost loses the car though by catching the curve. Actually a 3K SOF. Oh my. For a Ringmeister race. This isn't the rookie class. This is Ringmeister. I'm in 6th gear, a little bit of a straight going on for this car up until this next corner up here. Put a little bit of brake into it, drop it a bit, and get back on the power. I don't know what's next there. It's a little bit of a lift, and then a braking zone coming up into this next section of the track. Going into the carousel. Gotta run this corner in 2nd, and you really have to wait on throttle. Talk about the driving line, yes, because I am a pleb. You really have to wait. You hit it too soon, you'll go right up the track. A little bit safe through there, as that's been my trouble spot in practice. I keep moving back in front of my wheel, I keep hitting it. Shows how insane this track is. all the elevation changes. We got another off track there, but that's all good. How many corners are on this track? Safety rating shouldn't take too much of a hit with, I believe, my trivia is like 160-ish separate corners on this track. We're coming back through the downhill, we take another bit of air. As that's still so sketch. Back through another downhill. There's a yellow, was a yellow flag for a second up ahead. He's off! Big wreck for the Monster Energy car. He keeps it on the wall. We gain that spot back. As that was the plan the entire time behind that car. Just wait for them to make the mistake. His race is probably done because he has a crap ton of right front damage. But now we stay in fourth gear. Up through the hill. Take a lift. Back down the hill. Going on to the straight. It'll be second to last time this race. Generally no draft from the car ahead. Peter is just going into the final few gains now. Not bad for the first ever Ringmeister race. As we got 2.3 seconds to the car behind, 3.4 to the car in front. We're just trying to hang on to P15, which would be a great finish. After the car behind is increasing, says the Chief. And fifth snap of oversteer. Breaker. I had to brake a little bit earlier there than I wanted to. As that was also sketch. He just lost his bumper, so he's gonna deal with a massive amount of understeer. This car in front is very slow. But he just has to make it around one more time to finish the race, but this is gonna be a long lap for him. Try and get a run. Taking a peek on the inside over the bridge. We're gonna have the preferred line going into this little kink, so we get the move done. As his bumper, I believe, falls off for a second time. All that in my mirror, I think his bumper fell off twice. All the rubber off my windshield. Gets up a clean view for the final lap. Gonna take it safe through here as the car in front is way off. This time I don't have a massive moment going into this corner. We keep it on track. That was definitely cleaner than the last lap, as we have now gained a little bit of time back on David. Coming up the hill. What I believe was the foxhole. I don't know track corner either. iRacing has it all labeled out in German, so I don't know what it is in English. You literally cannot take your focus off on this track, as I've done that before in practice. Then something like this will happen! That's not good. We got wheel damage. We gotta drive it home. You get a little bit over to the right. We'll see how it is. A little bit over, but I think it's just toe. I feel like the overall handling is messed up. I think it's just the wheel damage, which will still hurt. Probably a little bit of aero too on the front. Of course, as I start talking about it though, something has to happen. I overlay resets for a very long time. This car is definitely hurt on the straight line. Hurt burning too. No off track there. We have to play massive defense if Ivan gets to us. To make this car as wide as possible without making illegal. Cannot make multiple moves on the same straight. Yeah, we're only allowed to make one as the defending car. Gap is now 30 seconds, but it's closing relatively slowly. I feel like braking performance is a little bit screwed. Yeah, definitely overall handling in the right-handers is not optimal. I think that's because of the aero. 0.5 seconds now. They catching fast. Yep, it's definitely understeery. Quicker than me everywhere right now, crew chief. And he's brought along fucking P16 too. This is not good. Holding P14. Although we are finally coming down the straight. Here in a moment, he's 2 seconds back. I don't think he has the draft. But this car is definitely hurt on the straight line. Gotta get as best as the rubber we can out of that corner. Just keep the power down. They're fighting behind, I think. We just need to keep this power down. Focus on getting a good run through the final few chicanes, and we will have P14 in the bag. As the leaders are already crossing the line to finish their race. 1.5 seconds out of the car behind, going under the Bilstein Bridge. 1.4. I'm gonna play it a little bit safe on the braking. I don't know what this car's gonna do. May have gotten another spot because there's a car that I believe towed up here. Car behind's gone off. And we come through the final corner with wheel damage in P14. Or P13, whatever. Whichever one iRacing thinks, I think it's gonna be P13, as there's a wreck. The final few chicanes. As with our lack of knowledge here on the Nordschleife, we get a P14, P13, I guess, out of it. Let me check iRacing.
That's the end of the session.
As far as this page is concerned, we do get a P13. So if far behind did passing us, we would have made it just through. First race on the Nürburgring. Very good. Good to speak. Like, subscribe. Give me comments on how to run this track at all, if better, because I definitely need it. Thanks so much for watching this.